Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Tom Still talks about cybersecurity and why business owners should care. And Arjun Sangha of the WISES Technology Foundation discusses trends in UW system research. And now, here are this week's tech metrics. These snapshots of key indicators in the Wisconsin economy are developed by the Wisconsin Technology Council for its policy and news reports. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
It's hard not to scare the daylights out of business people when the subject of hackers and cyber attacks is raised. Even scarier, however, is the fact that many of those same executives don't take reasonable steps to protect their company's most sensitive data. Recent ransomware cyber attacks around the world have reinforced the importance of preparing for data breaches. For many companies, it's not a case of if they will be hit by hackers, but when. Reported cyber attacks in the United States were up 40% in 2016 compared with 2015, rising from about 1,100 from under 800. Phishing, skimming, email manipulation, denial of service attacks, and ransomware were among the most common breaches as cyber syndicates and nation-state hackers stepped up their assault on corporate and public electronic data. Hackers in 2017 are much more stubborn than those in the past, often refusing to quit after initial attempts to breach firewalls fail. Even in an era when hackers are more persistent and sophisticated, there are still steps companies can take to mitigate their risk. Speakers at a recent seminar in Milwaukee had a number of suggestions. Those include blocking some commonly used remote access tools, investing in file integrity monitoring systems to validate operating systems and software, locking out or segmenting vendors whose data systems may be more vulnerable than your own, reducing lateral movement of data within a company without crimping essential communication, and not spending a lot on silver bullet tools that may not work as well as advertised. After a breach occurs, important steps include quickly securing an information system before the damage spreads, complying with breach notification laws, calling in a digital forensic expert, checking what insurance coverage is in place or getting coverage if it's not, and thinking through how to respond to press and other inquiries. Because a company hit by a data breach may find itself defending against lawsuits brought by everyone from consumers to shareholders to credit card companies, it's important to lawyer up right away. As soon as a breach occurs, companies should develop a legal strategy to deal with those risks. Hiring a lawyer from day one also helps the company to claim both attorney-client privilege and work product protection from the start. The cost of data breaches can be measured in many ways, from lost revenues to bruised reputations to long-term liability. Companies that prepare aren't immune from cyber attacks, but they're better positioned to survive them.
We're back with Arjun Sangha, Executive Director of the WISES Technology Foundation. Welcome, Arjun.
Thank you, Liz. I'm glad to be here.
WISES was created to serve as the technology transfer office for the UW system outside Madison and Milwaukee. What is technology transfer and why is it important to the state?
Technology transfer is the process where we take in new inventions from faculty and students and we transfer them to businesses to create new products, new services, new businesses. It's important to the state because in the economic development ecosystem, this is a way to create new technologies, new businesses, and therefore new jobs. WISES has recently been going through a process of strategic planning, and we've been broadening our mission to look at how can we support the development of new innovations throughout the UW system.
How does WISES measure success? Invention disclosures, patents, or more?
With invention disclosures, we've seen an incredible rise in the last 3 years with the number of inventions at our system schools. In the past, we were averaging around 25 disclosures a year. In the past 3 years, we've had over 50 disclosures a year, with about 180 disclosures from the UW system campuses. But there are other ways that we're looking at the activity on these campuses. We've seen more activity in different kinds of competitions and events that are being hosted. For example, the prototyping hackathon at the UW Platteville campus, where engineering students are creating new prototypes. We've seen at UW Green Bay Innovation in Aging competition, which had many students participating in creating new innovations for the aging population. The IDEA Advance program, which is funding startups throughout the system, and the Wisconsin Big Idea Tournament, which had a marked rise in the diversity and the number of campuses participating this past year, with 12 teams and 10 campuses.
What are a few examples of inventions you're seeing of late through faculty and student disclosures?
Well, it's interesting that you ask. We see a wide range of inventions, from biotechnology to manufacturing to computers. One interesting example from the Wisconsin Big Idea Tournament is in a major field for Wisconsin, agriculture. We had a student, a freshman from UW River Falls, come up with the idea for a company called AgSpy, where he is using drone technology to take a picture of a farmer's field and identify specific pests in different parts of those fields. The information that he can give back to the farmer will allow that farmer to apply pesticides of a particular kind to a particular part of the field, saving them both money and also protecting the environment. So these are the kinds of exciting technologies that are coming out of the system schools. And we have seen a marked increase in activity from students throughout the system, and we're very excited about that.
Thanks, Arjun, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by the Wisconsin Technology Council and WisBusiness.com, and sponsored by UW-Milwaukee and Exact Sciences. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.